What's up, world? Welcome back to Cancel Thoughts. It's your boy, Better Days here. I wanted to do a follow-up video on a video I released not too long ago about Jeremy Boring stepping down as the co-CEO or whatever, because it seemed like it kind of pissed off a few people. And while it wasn't necessarily my intention to do so, I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to say on this channel. And if you don't necessarily like it,
that sounds like a you problem.
It is what it is, guys. But very recently, Ben Shapiro joined Megyn Kelly on her show where he kind of addressed the entire topic. So I want to show you guys that clip very quickly. But before we get into it, you guys already know I'm about to ask you guys to do me a solid and hit that like and subscribe button for more content. I'm trying to make sure as many people find this channel as possible. And the only way I'm going to do that is with you guys' help.
And then last but not least, the so-called God King of the Daily Wire, Jeremy Boring, who's been on this podcast many times, who is your partner in founding the Daily Wire, is no longer co-CEO along with Caleb, who was his co-CEO for years. And now he's going to be doing something else. So there's all sorts of chatter about this online, Ben. People's tongues are wagging. People who used to work for the Daily Wire suggesting this was a terrible implosion and that Jeremy was impossible to work for, etc. What is the truth?
I mean, the truth is that Jeremy stepped down to pursue things like Pendragon, which is the single biggest, I think, entertainment offering ever put forward on the right side of the aisle, like ever by a long stretch. People are going to be blown away.
It's like a Game of Thrones series that you guys are
unbelievable.
Producing
it's
right
unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it's like high fantasy, Arthurian legend, 7 episodes at very high cost. I mean, it is a major, massive project, and he has to go and he has to edit that. We have to figure out exactly how we're going to market that. We have other creative projects that Jeremy is going to work on, that Jeremy wants to work on, and that Jeremy is involved with. And frankly, the day-to-day management of a very large and growing company was not, I think, in his view, conciliant with that mission, which is for him to do more creative projects, to do more on the entertainment side. I mean, frankly, I think for Jeremy, that's where a lot of his heart is as well. And so he wanted to put more focus in that as we mature as a company. As far as...
All right, before he even continues, though, one of the things that's become very apparent to me was, where is Jeremy Boring at? We haven't necessarily heard much from him throughout this entire thing, except from he's been stepping down or whatever. We haven't seen him do any podcasts. We haven't seen him talk to anybody really. And maybe I've just missed it, and maybe somebody can direct me to that video or whatever in the comments down below. But I want to know, and I want to hear from his mouth directly, what exactly happened here? Why did he step down? Because to me, it doesn't make any sense for somebody to go from the most powerful and most influential position in the company to just give up and relinquish that power and say, well, I just want to really do more creative things. A lot of the stuff that I'm hearing Ben Shapiro say right now to me just sounds like corporate PR spin, but I would like to hear what Jeremy Boring himself has to say about this whole thing, because I don't necessarily think he stepped down willingly.
You know, all of these sort of bizarre rumors that we're in serious trouble. Oh no, everything is, bullshit. I mean, as somebody who looks at the balance sheet, I can tell you that is certainly not the case. We are healthy, we are growing, we are thriving, and we have extremely big moves that we are looking forward to making this year.
All of that sounds to me like corporate PR spin to me. And listen, what do you guys expect from Ben Shapiro? It's not like he's going to be telling you guys that, well, yeah, guys, the company that I founded, that I put my blood and sweat and tears into, is actually going under, and we're actually in a very precarious situation. It's more to me like, hey, he's going to be coming out and trying to defend his company as anybody should and anybody would. But again, it sounds like there's way more going on behind the scenes than anybody says here. And then we got this report from Breitbart that I want to show you guys really quickly, because that's where it kind of makes a little bit more sense what's going on here, especially financially for the Daily Wire. Daily Wire lays off employees from the kids department. Now, let's go into this, because again, a lot of people have said that the Daily Wire is probably going through some financial stuff. And as Ben Shapiro said, they're not going through any financial stuff. But as this report is titled, it doesn't necessarily seem like a company that's thriving financially is going to be laying off employees, but hey, I don't necessarily know. Conservative news website The Daily Wire has reportedly laid off employees from its kids department days after Daily Wire co-founder Jeremy Boring announced that he was stepping down as the chief executive officer. That sounds like the actions of a company that's in peril, but let's continue. Kevin McCreary, who worked as the lead video editor for the Daily Wire's kids department, claimed in a now deleted post on X, the news website had laid off its entire kids department, including himself.
That seems odd.
You were the head video editor, and all of a sudden your entire department was just laid off, but we're just supposed to think that's just business as usual. Okay, sure. But then let's ask ourselves, why is the post now deleted? It sounds more to me like somebody who may have signed a non-disclosure agreement or whatever. And again, I don't necessarily know the intricacies of this, but it sounds to me like he might have signed an NDA and violated some of the terms of that NDA, and somebody reached out to him from the company and told him to take it down, and that's what he ended up doing. But hey, little old me doesn't necessarily know what I'm talking about. But okay, let's continue. The Daily Wire just laid off its entire kids department, including myself, McCreary claimed in his post. So I'm free to work if you got anything for me. Will Sommer, a senior reporter with the Bulwark, wrote in a post on X that a Daily Wire spokesman informed him that the Daily Wire had decided to streamline and in some cases reduce its workforce. Again, if you guys are a thriving company that's growing, wouldn't you guys be hiring more people instead of laying people off and talking about streamlining stuff? And one of the people that was in my comment section on the previous video that I made about this was talking about how they were excited for all of Benki or whatever. Seems like Benki isn't happening anymore, sweetheart. It seems like Benki is a thing of the past. And again, I'm not the one out here trying to say that the Daily Wire hasn't done very, very good things, especially in the whole free speech space. But where all of that changed was the whole Candace Owens debacle, because she literally got fired there for no apparent reason. You cannot tell me that you are a platform that's founded upon having open discourse and free speech or whatever, and then the minute one of your main, most talented people at your platform disagrees with you, you end up getting rid of her. And they didn't get rid of her immediately because I think they had the wherewithal to understand how that would look. But towards the end there, it seemed like to me that they didn't necessarily even care. They just wanted to get rid of her because she disagreed with them. And again, guys, I don't necessarily want to see the Daily Wire go under. I don't want to see bad things happen in the conservative space, especially with the biggest kind of platform on the conservative side. But when you start talking about, well, we're streamlining things and we're laying people off or whatever, but we're still excited about some of the things that we have going forward in the future.
Give me a break.
To me, it seems like you're trying to do some PR stuff that's kind of just like seemingly deceptive in my opinion. But again, little old me doesn't necessarily always know what I'm talking about, and I hope the Daily Wire continues to put out content. I once again think it's a dying brand, and I don't necessarily want to talk bad about it here, but I just think some of the actions that they've been taking over the past couple of years haven't necessarily been good ones, and I think this is the beginning of the end for them. But again, guys, if people want to continue to support the Daily Wire, be my guest. You guys are free to do whatever you want with your money and free to believe whatever you want, and I'm never here to tell people what to believe. I'm just saying, from the outside looking in here, it seems very, very weird to me that Ben Shapiro is going to be going out here talking about how they're really, really thriving or whatever, but you guys just had your co-CEO step down and you just reportedly laid off 25% of your workforce, but we're all supposed to think that everything's going well. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I don't necessarily have any more to say on this. Let me know what you guys think about the whole topic, and what do you guys think about the Daily Wire, and where do you guys see the Daily Wire going in the future? As always, I want to thank you guys for joining me on this video. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I really do appreciate you. If you liked what you heard today, do me a solid and like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Those things really do help out the channel a lot, guys. And if you didn't like what you heard, thanks for allowing me to occupy your time. Consider leaving a comment in the comments down below, letting me know exactly what it was that you disagreed with, and maybe we could talk about it. Either way, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for pressing play on this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.